10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
Ignition.
2, 1. Liftoff.
Stage 1 proportional, nominal.
T plus 38 seconds and our 31st Electron has lifted off from the pad at Rocket Lab Launch Complex 1. Electron is powering its way to orbit for General Atomics. The next milestone after liftoff is max Q, or maximum aerodynamic pressure. This is the moment during launch when the forces on Electron are at their peak, causing the most amount of stress on the rocket. Let's listen in for the call from Mission Control that Electron has cleared through max Q.
Cleared max Q.
HV battery discharge nominal.
That's confirmation from Mission Control. Electron has successfully throttled down, passed through max Q and ramped back up ahead of stage separation. We're currently traveling at over 2,000 kilometers per hour and at an altitude of over 20 kilometers. The next 3 milestones happen in relatively quick succession, within seconds of each other. First things first is MECO, or main engine cutoff. The 9 Rutherford engines will throttle down and then shut down completely before step 2 of this sequence. Separation of the first and second stages is next, and you'll see the first stage drop away from the stage 2 body. And lastly, to continue our journey to orbital insertion, we'll see ignition of the single Rutherford engine on Electron's second stage, continuing the journey to deliver the Gazelle spacecraft to its destination.
15 seconds to MECO.
MECO confirm.
Stage separation successful.
Stage 2 ignition.
And with the nozzle extension on the stage 2 Rutherford engine glowing, we've had successful MECO, separation, and stage 2 ignition. Now that we've passed through the harshest part of Earth's atmosphere, we no longer need to protect the payloads, so we can eject the fairing halves to save some mass. Let's keep an eye on your screens to catch a glimpse. You might have caught a flash of it there on your screen. This fairing has successfully ejected. Stage 2 is continuing nominally with its General Atomics payload to orbit. The vehicle is currently at over 120 kilometers of altitude and reaching speeds of more than 8,500 kilometers per hour.
Guidance is nominal.
Stage 2 propulsion is nominal.
Everything is looking great at the start of our stage 2 burn. That nozzle extension is glowing red hot as Electron powers through space at over 9,000 kilometers per hour. You'll see on the right of your screen those propellant levels depleting slowly, with about 76% of liquid oxygen and 75% of RP1 kerosene remaining. If you're just joining us, we're live for our 31st Electron mission at Argo's Up From Here for General Atomics. After a successful liftoff at 0609 local time, we're in the first part of our stage 2 burn. And in case you weren't aware, this week is actually World Space Week, an international celebration of the space industry and the part it plays in the future of humanity. The theme for this week is space and sustainability. This mission for General Atomics contributes to global sustainability by enabling scientists to monitor the behaviors and health of wildlife. Follow our social media channels for more World Space Week updates. Those familiar with our 3D printed engines will know that Rutherford engines use batteries to power their propellant pumps. But, much like anything that runs on batteries, that power source gets depleted, and soon a fresh battery is required to keep things going. The process of switching out this power source mid-flight is what we call the battery hot swap. You should see the battery packs falling away, that shiny silver object on the right of your screen. So let's listen in for the call out from Mission Control.
Stage 2 propulsion still nominal.
Hot swap successful.
And battery hot swap is confirmed. The Stage 2 engine is powering the General Atomics payload to its destination orbit at 750 kilometers above Earth at an inclination of 98 degrees. No, not the 90s pop group, but a Sun Synchronous Orbit, or SSO. This allows the satellite to be positioned over the same location on Earth at the same solar time every day. We're well above the Kármán line now and on our way to orbit. Just before, you might have seen the battery hot swap, where we switched out the depleted batteries from feeding the Rutherford pumps on the second stage engine with a new one. The pumps are driven by an electric motor which provides fuel and oxidizer to the combustion chamber, spinning at a rate of over 42,000 RPM. The vehicle with payload is healthy, currently traveling at speeds of over 18,000 kilometers per hour and at an altitude of over 290 kilometers. This launch marks our 31st mission and our 8th for this year, which is now our highest number of launches in a year, and we still have plenty of 2022 left. As I mentioned earlier, our first mission from LC-2 in Wallops, Virginia is slated for the end of this year, and we're all very excited to baptize our third launch pad in fire from those 9 Rutherford engines. A quick update from Mission Control for our 31st Electron mission. It all goes up from here. Electron is cruising at a speed of over 22,000 kilometers per hour, and it's in an altitude of just over 300 kilometers. With just 10% LOX remaining and 10% RP1 remaining, we're coming up on SECO or second engine cutoff ahead of kickstage separation.
Guidance on tonal, 27 seconds remaining.
SECO confirm.
Nominal transfer orbit.